What if every act of love could awaken an unspeakable evil? In a peaceful village, where the nights were silent except for the chirping of crickets, lived a mother named Fatima. She was known for her unwavering devotion to her children, always willing to sacrifice her own comfort for their well-being. But what no one knew was that one evening, she had begun a strange and deadly ritual. It all began when her youngest son, Amir, returned from a walk in the forest with a nasty wound on his leg. A mere scratch, they all thought. But the wound, instead of healing, grew darker every day, oozing a blackish liquid that reeked of death. The local doctors were powerless, and traditional remedies had no effect. Fatima, unable to watch her son suffer, began desperately searching for a solution. An old man from the village, with piercing eyes and a raspy voice, whispered a frightening secret to her. This wound is not natural. It is the sign of an evil spirit seeking to infiltrate your home. To prevent this, you must lick the wound every night. Your saliva will soothe the pain and repel the evil. But be careful, there is a price to pay. Fatima didn't hesitate. Guided by maternal love, she followed the instructions to the letter. Every night, after everyone was asleep, she sat by Amir's bed and gently licked the gaping wound. First it seemed to work. Amir's pain lessened, and the wound appeared less infected. But something sinister began to happen. Fatima soon noticed subtle changes in herself. At first, her dreams became dark, populated by grimacing creatures and voices whispering incomprehensible words. Then, she felt an insatiable hunger rise within her, an irrepressible urge to continue licking the wound, as if an external force were taking possession of her body. Her hands trembled, her eyes shone with a feverish glow, and her skin paled visibly. One evening, as she performed her macabre ritual, Amir opened his eyes. He stared at his mother with an expression of absolute horror. "Mom, your teeth," he stammered before falling asleep again. Fatima ran to a mirror and discovered the unthinkable. Her teeth had grown longer, sharper like a predator's. Her face was distorted, almost unrecognizable. Despite her mounting terror, she couldn't stop. The evil spirit summoned by the wound exacted its toll. Every lick on the wound fed not only Amir, but also the creature growing inside Fatima. Soon, she could no longer sleep, obsessed with the wound, unable to resist the call of the evil consuming her. Other members of the family began to notice the changes. One night, Fatima's husband, Karim, caught his wife leaning over Amir, licking the wound with an almost animal intensity. "What are you doing?" he yelled, horrified. But Fatima didn't respond. Her eyes were blank, black as ink, and her voice was nothing more than a guttural growl. The situation quickly escalated. One evening, as Karim tried to tear Amir from his mother's arms, Fatima lunged at him, her fangs tearing at his flesh. The screams of terror awakened the girls, who watched petrified as the nightmarish scene unfolded. Fatima was no longer human. The evil spirit had completely possessed her, transforming her love into an insatiable monstrosity. The next day, the villagers found the house empty, covered in dried blood. Only a trail of claw marks led to the forest. It is still said today that on some nights, chewing sounds can be heard coming from the woods, accompanied by muffled moans. Fatima's story is a terrifying reminder that even the most kind acts can be hijacked by dark forces. For in that small, isolated house, a simple gesture of maternal love had opened the gates of horror and destroyed an entire family.